evening, comrades. It's been I'm gonna say this off my shoulder. It's been a very, very long time. So finally got a YouTube video out for you. So sorry that it's been so long. I'm gonna be popping back in during this video to explain some things, because there's literally just a moment when I landed back in Ghana and I just didn't film for ages, for a very, very long time. But all is well. The internship applications are open. We have a new logo. We're doing amazing things. We're waiting for you all to get your amazing applications in, and just follow us on social media here so you can just keep up to date with everything we're doing. And remember to tell a friend if they're looking for something impactful to do this summer. An internship in Ghana is definitely the way forward. There's so much you can get. Oh my goodness gracious me, so much you can get in. As you can see, Ghana's a bit cold today. It rained and it's a bit chilly. Hello YouTube. So I've literally been we're gonna actually have to stop because we need to cross the road, so let's just stop. I've been really, really busy planning the event. The event's today. I'm on my way to the event now, and I feel like you're not gonna be able to hear me, but I have Priscilla here who's making a documentary, and I'm in the documentary. So yeah, Priscilla's filming. Her sound is way better quality. I'm wearing a microphone and all of that. And we have Melissa here as well. So Melissa, she went to University of Southampton with me, and she was part of the dance group that I co-founded at uni called Afro Dynamics. And she's very interested in all the stuff that Ekua Haizel was doing, the Pan-Africanist movement of other groups, because sometimes I try to, that's another story for another day. But she's very interested in all of that stuff. But she's from Birmingham, so she had nowhere to stay in London, and she was just like, hey, I want to come to the event. And I was like, girl, come stay at my house. So yeah, she came from Southampton to stay. Are you excited about the event?
Yeah, so excited.
We thank the Lord. And yeah, Priscilla is, I told everyone she was doing a PhD. She's actually doing a master's, so shame on me. But yeah, so she's filming a documentary. What's your documentary about?
It's about people of Ghana.
They're not going to be able to hear you. Listen, the mic picks up everything.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I was just going to say people of Ghana, but that's all you get.
It's about people of Ghana, so we can't tell you too much. But yeah, so we're going to cross the road safely, first and foremost. So yeah, guys, the road is clear. Cross the road safely. Okay, there's a car coming. There's a car coming. And yeah, we're walking to Edgware Station to go to SOAS. I'm actually so excited about this Africa on the Rise. I have a very, very, very blessed feeling about this event. So yeah, see you when we get there. We are going to SOAS University. Wow. We are going to SOAS University right now for Africa on the Rise, Changing the Narrative. A panel discussion put on by my company, Ekua Haizel, and it focuses on the impact that millennial diasporans are currently having on the continent. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm freezing cold. So the question is, considering those facts, are diasporans, which is probably mostly you in this room, immune from the Western Saviour complex? And just some context, the Western Saviour complex is often kind of also put into the same bracket as the white man burden. So the idea that people in the West, the colonizers, the colonizing countries, they have that burden that, okay, what we did was wrong. In hindsight, slave trade was wrong. So let's try and make it better. So that's why you have these programs that will take large groups of people to African countries to go and volunteer with poor children and build schools. And while you'll see adverts on your TV all the time that says sponsor this child for £2 a month, and
or Band-Aid with that song, Do They Know It's Christmas? That's also sort of literally the representation of white saviour.
It's a very, very terrible song.
Yeah.
So that's the saviour complex that, okay, everything has gone right where we're living a great life, our political systems are working, let's go to Africa and make it better. And that's what is usually called the saviour complex, the Western saviour complex. And are diasporans immune from actually trying, are we immune from that? Us going to the continent so me doing what I do for Ekua Haizel and other companies who also have been educated here and have gone to Africa to start things up, but they are obviously, they've gone back to their motherland, they've gone back to the country that their grandparents are from. Are they immune from being cast under that umbrella of Western Saviour complex? And we'll start with the panelists.
There are different layers to this. I think systemically within that, there is a lot of truth to this idea that Africans or black people or black nations and black people within those African nations don't necessarily want, you know, this white savior model. But I think when we break it down, there is an element that, or there's an argument you could say that, well, does that indicate that white people are systemically programmed, or are they predisposed to these kind of, or like, are they going there to simply just mess things up? So I think that is quite systemic, so that's kind of indirectly in that particular question. I think we need to be quite realistic with ourselves, and we need to look at, well, for example, when we look at modern day slavery, I was at the protest recording, and I was speaking to a lot of people, and I asked them, do you know that there are slaves in London? And they looked at me blank, were like, no, I didn't quite know that. And I said to them, do you know that there are people from African nations like Nigeria that are in London? No, I didn't know. I said, do you know, have you heard about Africa, which is an organization in near Islington, that they are working with people that have been traumatized? They've been brought from Africa to London, and they're working in domestic servitude. Well, I didn't quite know. And I said, well, how do you think they managed to get into that kind of way? And I'm not going to generalize, because not all people are in bondage. Well, again, I just don't really know, David. And then they're like, can you tell me? And I was like, well, if you look at someone like the Niger Delta region in Nigeria, hit with a lot of oil spills, a lot of women were the quote-unquote breadwinners in the area. When it destroyed the environment, a lot of people were out of jobs. And unfortunately, a lot of people were pushed into sex work. So we are in an unfortunate situation in which situations that we have part caused, or we have allowed to happen. Obviously, the oil spills came from outside companies, but ultimately, we've continued this cooperation with them. And these are our issues that we can deal with, but we haven't quite dealt with them. So until we deal with them ourselves, we're always going to have this situation where someone else might say, well, if they're not going to get together to do it themselves, someone else will do it. When we look at corruption, when we look at someone like Mugabe, we laugh at Mugabe, but it's not a joke. It's really not a joke. And I'm just going to quote something here from the intelligence report. From 1974 to 1984, the CIA was calculating that $145 billion in revenues was squandered in the Nigerian government. And this is the thing, like, when we talk about the white savior, are we even saving ourselves to some extent? And again, as I said earlier, when I was joking about me being quite forthcoming, we need to look at the situation, be very blunt and honest with ourselves. The African Union, the HQ was essentially built and funded by the Chinese. If you look at the African Union's reports, they are continuously stating that some members default on their payments so they can have a fund that can actually push projects through. Now, the African Union is doing a fundamental job for different projects, whether it's being green energy or infrastructure, but until we are able to solve, quote unquote, our issues, whether we count North Africa in that bracket of our, there is always going to be this question of white savior, but we have to look at ourselves and say, well, are we working at full capacity to save ourselves? Because if we aren't, there will be another race or group of people that will say, do you know what? We can make some money out of these people.
So, wow. So I haven't vlogged in like since the event. I've been so busy, and now I'm in the airport going back to Ghana because got work to do. Applications are open. We've already got applications coming in. So shout out everyone who got in there early and applied early, and then shout out everyone honestly who's going to apply. We're going to be giving out a lot more information during the week so you guys can see what the internships really entail for anyone who's unsure about applying. And then we'll just go back to the regular the regular series of events, you know, me showing you how life in Ghana is and the internships and what to expect. And I'm just waiting to board. I don't like to, you know, when you join the queue a bit too prematurely and you're just standing there with everyone, I get fear that someone might talk to me like, oh, so where are you going? They're like, oh my gosh, take me now. So yes, can't wait to get back to the sun. Very sad to leave my family, my friends and family. And one thing I definitely want to say is that this whole relocating thing, shout out my mum. Guys, like, I can't even put into words just on this YouTube like what she has done to support this. Like, having friends and family or just a support system that supports your dream is so essential. I'm not sure what the word quintessential means, but I feel like it encompasses what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you need a support system. You need people who are like, yeah, I'm down for you. And my mum is that, like, she's my real rider. Like, she's so down for me, it's crazy. So see you on the flip side. See you when I get to sunny Accra, Ghana. Bye.
Can't make your wifey, but you and your bedroom.
Yeah, so this is what I mean. So like right here, this is the awkward gap. Didn't film anything. Didn't do a thing when I got back. I was just working and yeah, I just didn't pick up the phone once to film. So here's a little more disjointed clips along the way. So yeah, enjoy. Long time missed you. So it's Easter this weekend. And we're designing Easter eggs in the office.
One of these new cats.
This is quite a cool parrot done by one of my colleagues.
Did you put the watermelon?
Yes, so this is a watermelon done by my very talented colleagues. And look at the Wakanda one.
Sure.
You didn't even look shit.
I did it. I'm sure you got it.
Hello. So I had zero faith in myself to be able to produce something that looked good, but I did it. Oh yeah. There's some other great ones here, but who really cares? I'll just show you them anyway. Sick one. Sick one. And then someone just painted a gold egg here, so. The strength of the Black Panther will now be stripped away. Just joking, I wouldn't throw it on the floor. Oh yeah, look what one person did. How?
And as you speak,
Happy Easter Sunday, YouTube. It's been a really long time. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna film way more, let you know what's going on, but I just wanted to say happy Easter Sunday. When I said it, wow, when I said it was cold in Ghana, people didn't believe me. It's only like 5:30 and it looks like Armageddon. See, I could have said Geddon, but I didn't want to. I know what I'm doing here. But yeah, guys, that's the whole vlog. Like, that's it. Like, I'm literally editing inside and I came outside to film this part to tell you, like, it's done, no, like, it's done. But watch out next week. I'm gonna be filming so much more. Just let you know more about life in Ghana. Thank you for the subscribers. You guys have been blowing up my phone. Like, people subscribing daily to this YouTube channel. So, and thank you for all your kind messages. I'm going to do my best to keep vlogging, keep showing you what it's like here, and please apply This internship is going to be life-changing, once in a lifetime. I'm telling you, apply, tell a friend to apply. Don't just think, oh, next time. I've had people reach out to me and say, oh, I'd rather do it next year. If you want to do it next year, email us, we'll give you a form to fill out, and then we'll add you to the database so we can start looking from now for companies that are best suited for you, rather than you waiting till next year. So please inquire.